What's up, guys? Sponge here with the second Vanguard live chat. We are joined by the guys from Dual Blade 1, 2, 3, 4. All right,
Yeah.
so let's get into our first topic. What is it, Eddie?
I wrote down Q&A in the first thing.
All right, let's see. We'll have to probably wait for a few people to do Q&A, but
Okay.
Alright.
The new cards in set 4 and maybe in the pretty much the new sets coming out in Japan.
Okay. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hyped for set 4. Of course, Shadows are gonna get something not busted, but good. War Guys Are Damned is pretty decent. I mean, it's costly though.
That is the one of the 2 generation rares.
Yeah.
So the other generation is definitely going to be the new Chrono Jet. Like if it's not, I'll be
That
really
looks
confused.
so sick. I cannot wait to see what it does.
Yeah. There's also going to be
The Altmile Stride and
the
the
new All Stride. There's going to be new Nexus support, Genesis support, Angel Feather support, Mega Colony, and some Craymentals, of course. Mega Colony, they released, or they revealed one of the cards that are coming out. It was a new Stride, and its skill, if I can just find it real quick.
it rests all your opponent's units, and then if 3 or more are rested, you draw a card.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one card's pretty decent.
It generates you a free card, which isn't bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent first turn Stride if you really want. And it also helps if you run cards in your deck, because there's a lot of Mega Colony cards at this point that rely on all your opponent's cards being at rest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I can't remember. There's one card, like, when you call it, if all your opponent's units are at rest or something, you drop draw or something like that.
Yeah, it's the machining 7K.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. It helps for Legion.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that, like, there's a decent amount. I don't know Mega Colony that well, but I know there's a decent amount of cards that rely on your opponent's stuff being, like, all your units being rested. Like, there's one grade one's like, oh, if all your opponent's stuff's rested, it gets plus, like, 4 or something like that.
Oh, the promo they get's gonna be really good.
What's the promo?
It's when you guard with it, your opponent's Vanguard is stunned.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh my god, that's gonna make the deck like tier 1, because you could just Legion that back and just keep on using it.
Yeah, the problem is that it doesn't do anything against, if you're not fighting against a self-standing, like, deck, it really doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. They can still restand into the next turn, but you can still stun it for that turn, so they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a machining?
Yeah, it's machining, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. If it's a machining, then I think it's pretty decent. Like, if it's not machining, I would probably be like, eh.
I'd still run it. They don't have a lot of great ones that can actually, like, run that's good.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it's pretty decent. 2 or 3 or something like that, depending on what, comes out in the set. I think we'll probably see.
I think they'll probably get something decent. I mean, the deck will be probably, like, at worst tier 2, just because their Stride is so good.
Yeah. This is also a Angel Feather card. That skill is GB1, counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit's boosted, the new generic boosted GB1, counterblast 1, you may pay a cost. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, search for one card among them, put it face up in your damage zone, and then put the rest of the bottom of your deck, choose the one card from your damage zone, and call it to rearguard. So it's like a kind of like not a twin sword kind of thing, kind of like the it's like almost like a clone of it, but Angel Feathered like version, because like it's pretty much like, okay, counterblast 1, limp boosted GB1, look at top 2 cards, switch it, call.
Yeah, it's any GB1 boosting thing though. Right?
Yeah.
Technically, it's a clone of anything.
It's still plus.
The deck needs just like healing effects, like what they used to do.
You mean with that one persona?
Like the old Mega Blast that heals. I think like something like on hit counterblast 2. Like if they have a Stride, like on hit counterblast 2 persona flip heal a damage, that'd be fair, I guess.
I don't know. That sounds a little too. Yeah.
They had an actual card that like it's on hit counterblast persona blast, and then you automatically heal. Like
yeah, it was the right chain.
Yeah, the arrow shell or something like that. So it's not unheard of.
And they also have the Mega Blast, where if it hits, for each Angel Feather you have on the field, heal 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was an old card, so if it works, you heal all 5 damage.
I don't remember that at all. Damn.
There's oh, you talking about the Tsubasa?
No,
The-
that's a Tsubasa heal where it's like that was the joke card where it's like if it heals every Tsubasa card in your damage also gets healed.
Was that the
Yeah.
heal grade 4 trigger?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
I remember that card. Yeah.
There's also the new card, the new Legion for the Revival Legion for maidens. Maiden of the Rambling. Am I saying that? Yeah, Rambling Rose.
I
And then
like it. It's like
yeah.
super Dot X.
Yeah, pretty much its skill is choose a card from hand and discard it. When this unit legions, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 cards with the same name as your units on the Vanguard circle. Reveal them to your opponent. Put one of them to your hands. Call the other to the rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. Its other skill is Auto Soul Blast 2. When this unit's placed on the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your choose one of your own grade 1 or less rearguard. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name or card name as that unit, call it to rearguard, and shuffle your deck. So pretty much on ride, Soul Blast 2, Superior Call, like copy a card, Superior Call, another copy from the deck, and you can, when you Legion, discard a card, get 2 copies of any name of your Vanguard, pretty much.
I like that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. You can allow consistent Persona Blast if you want to, and then you can, I'm sorry, you get 2 of them in your hand, you call one. So I guess...
It's not bad. I mean, it thins out the deck and it gives you stride fodder for next turn, which is pretty
That's
good.
true. And if you want to use the Persona Blast skill, because
and it is like Dot X because you pretty much get 2 free cards in the drop zone for an extra card in the field, and you thin the deck out of 2 non-triggers.
Yeah, and it's a maiden, so does that mean does that matter?
I don't think the archetype matters for.
Yeah, does that matter? Okay, I didn't think so.
I think it's really good because you can use it with the generation break support just to get like a ton of attacks, and the deck's really consistent.
Yeah, and let's see. I think there was also a new card in Maiden that works really well in Maidens. It's 1 card that can copy any name or something like that.
Is that flower screen?
It's new grade 3.
Oh, it's a new 3.
It's the it's the promo 2 that they released. Maiden of Trailing, or what's her name, man? But it was Flower Screen.
We got
Maiden of Flower Screen can copy any name.
Yeah.
The promo that was like $25, right?
Yeah, but now there's a grade 3 that does the same exact skill.
Oh, really? That's pretty good, actually.
But you don't really need it anymore, though. Why is that?
I'm thinking for like, they're probably gonna get a another like 3 orb. What I'm thinking right now is you play like 3 of the Legion and the Maid, and then 2 Asha maybe. For the 3 lineup.
Well, don't forget the mate. The mate's to the Persona Blast one, right?
Yeah, but you could always search it. So.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just like the Dote thing. By playing 1 less copy, you can play like a Tech 3. And you can play the Stride Fodder as well. You can just discard stuff to search out the 2 Asha you have in the deck and just Legion them back.
Oh.
Okay. And there's also Tech Gull, who was revealed yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I just love that card. Everything about the card is so great. His skill is when it's GB1, Soul Blast 1, and rest this unit. When another one of your units in the same column as this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, this increase that unit's power equal to this unit's power until the end of battle. So pretty much it's a grade 2 booster, and especially in Alt Mile, that's really, really good. Like, you can...
Power.
Huh?
What's its power? 9?
It's 8.
Oh, okay, that's still not bad.
It's okay, but actually wait, does it be base power or is it any power? Equal to this unit's power equal to this unit's power into the. So okay, just says its power. So let's say you use Benazil's skill, you can Superior Call it behind him because Superior Call is grade 2, and most of the deck now Superior Call is grade 2s. Benazil, I think when you Superior Call a unit with a skill, it gets +2, I believe, right?
Yeah, it is 2.
It's 2, so 8, 9, 10. So it'd be 19k if it was a win, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no,
unless it's behind a 12k attacker, or like you Superior Call it behind a 12k attacker or a 11k attacker.
You also have Outmile Stride skill.
Yeah.
You can make like huge columns with that deck.
Yeah, you can pretty much before the problem with Ultimile was that was so all the grade 2s relied on Superior Calling grade 2s, so you couldn't get really great field presence. Well, you could do multiple attacks, but
yeah,
you wouldn't be focused on field presence as much. Now with Tekel as a thing, you can actually get more field presence and stuff. The only problem is, like, let's say you're using Sanctuary Guard, Technical isn't as wonderful because not only uses a Soul Blast, and if you're running both Richard and Starlight Violinist, it might get in the way of that, but it's not a grade 1, and because Sanctuary Guard relies on grade 1s a little bit, it could be a problem, but they really don't see it as much. It's especially good in Altma, I believe. That's probably where it's going to shine the best. And I just love this card, though, because the possibilities it could bring is really, really nice. Especially for a measly, like, rare grade 2.
It's still not bad. I mean, we'll have to see what we get.
It pretty much makes, like, every grade 2 that Superior calls a grade 2, like, almost like Sword Me. Except, you know, not Sword Me, but, you know, pretty close.
Plus, it's an AK booster compared to, like, any other grade 1 where it would be, like, 7k at max, or, well, 10k at max in the Dual Knight deck.
Yep.
So,
It's not bad. I mean, the problem is just putting it in the deck because there are already so many important grade 2s you need. And if you ride it, it's susceptible.
Yep.
not gonna
It
matter.
might be a good one of tech. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I probably I would run it as a 1 of tech if given the chance, because I don't see why not. It's pretty good. Especially you can use Twin Sword to Spirit Call it, and just pretty much make a good row.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. That's really good.
Yep. Instead of getting multiple attacks, like, because there's games where that happens to me. It's like, oh, I use Twin Sword, get another attack off, or but like the Spirit Called card is like puny, or maybe like you can do is if there's nothing behind a grade 2, and like you don't have a full field yet, you can use Twin Sword to Spirit Call Technical behind that grade 2, so that instead of getting another attack that's smaller, you can just get one, like just a normal 3 attacks, but one of them, you know, gets a higher boost.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. But then there's also the new Shadow Paladin support with, you know, obviously Dams, who's actually pretty good. But my problem with him is that he relies on drive checking grade 0s and 1s. I'm sorry,
Just one.
revealing grade 0 and 1s
There you go.
to get his skill to go out to retire things,
Yeah.
and that.
Bad. As long as you actually have like, the thing is when you do Orgeyser, I always manage to get like at least 1/1, which so that's like it's not that's, like inconsistent or anything. It's just not it's not nice.
Like when we play the mirror, like there's so many games where it's like, oh, you reveal double crit for Orgeyser's effect.
Yeah,
Like,
well, the major
oh,
reason why I actually like Dams is not because of like the retire effect or anything like that, but just the fact that you have another card that gets a crit. So
Yeah.
you force that PG, so you can either A, Legion later or Diablo more. Just so you can get that there are more PGs down, so that you can set up for later game.
You just need 3 Orgeysers in the damage, or in the
You'll need three Orgeysers and then the 1 damned at least.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's a weird extra deck.
Yeah, so it'd be like 3 Orgeysers, 1 damned, 4 Diablo.
That's really weird. I mean, just because I find like,
Or you can just go 2 Diablo, but I wouldn't. I don't think that's a good idea.
yeah, it's clunky too because, like, what if you G assist then your damage is just a dead card.
Yeah, it turns dead. But
Yeah.
then you just have the 2 Orgeysers and the Diablos. which-
Diablo, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Because Recruiter's such a good card too.
I do like the you in the new grade 1 that came out or that are coming out, the ability to spirit call each other or something like that.
Oh, the 2 in the for the Claret Sword support. Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
'Cause I was testing a bunch with the just
Oh yeah, the
playing
grade 1 and grade 2. Yeah,
Diablo,
yeah.
and it's really good. But it has its faults. Where the grade 2, because another big thing is that the grade 2 in the Shadows right now, they don't have a lot of options if you just go straight Claret Sword. Like, I guess you do have a lot of options, but not like a good options. This gives you the extra 2 that you need to like really be able to push and get bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
Just, like, I think just that extra 2 is really nice.
There's also the Goddess of the Skies, Dione or Dion. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but it's Genesis Grade 4 that just came out. I don't know when, I'm sorry, it's in the set. I don't know when they revealed it. And its skill is Soul Blast 3. This unit attack hits a Vanguard. You may pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search up to 1 card among them, put it to your hand, and the rest goes into your soul.
Wow, I really like that. That's really good.
Yeah, it's a very good one of turn 1 stride to put in a little pressure in. But the thing is, the Soul Blast 3, and then you send 2 cards, so it can help with Legion a little bit. a little faster if you really want to. Let's see, it's Soul Blast 3, and then what was it? Look at the top 3, was it? Right?
Yeah. And then choose
And
one.
then, yeah, look at the top 3, you choose one, put it to your hand, and then you put the rest in the soul. So you pretty much just have Soul Blast 1 in the end. But you get a card in your hand, which is pretty
That's
good.
not bad. I like that.
I like it too.
I
It's
really
pretty
like
good.
the name of this set. Soul Strike Against the Supreme. It's a really cool name.
Yeah, Soul Strike against this is a very good name.
That'd be a good stride for the turn after you use Doom Brace.
What, the Genesis one?
Yeah, because if you use the stride, the on
Okay,
stride.
I didn't know if we were still talking about Genesis. Okay.
I don't know. I think Genesis is gonna be really good because if they get more of those superior call from soul cards,
Yeah.
yeah, the deck will be really good because you
Did they get more of them, or is this just still only the grade 1 and grade 2?
It's those, and then I think the starter turns a card, any card into the soul into superior call.
That sounds awesome.
So are we
So,
talking about Vanguard, the Destruction Deity Beast? Is that
No,
what-
we haven't talked about that. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. We're talking about the Genesis Stride. That's why I was wondering which one we were talking about.
Okay, hold on. I found the starter. It's who you're talking about. It's leather warning lading.
It's raging in Japanese. I think. Let me see.
Whatever. It's put this unit into the soul. Choose one of your vanguards, and until the end of turn, it gets auto 1 time per turn Vanguard. When this card is put into the drop zone from your soul, call that to rear guard. Wait, what? What? Doesn't make what? So I guess pretty much it does. It makes it so anything can become Melissa and Chamomile for free, and you can pretty much revive pretty much anything from the drop zone. That's really weird.
Yeah, it just turns anything to chamomile and
Yeah, it's just its wording got me really confused for a second.
And it's a free effect. Oh my god, that's really good.
Yeah, I think it's just GB1.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm trying to think what the best regard you can actually call out with that is. Like just any random regard. That's just weird.
I mean, they'll probably get something like decent. I mean, they'll probably get something like when you call it, like soul charge a certain amount, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I mean, I could assume they'll get something like that just to combo off. I mean,
If they get their own, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. The Dark Irregulars, anytime you soul charge, you get like +3.
yeah, maybe that'd be good. Like something when it's called from the soul gets +5.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
They need something like that. I mean, just because the deck is like can be really clunky. I mean, like Doom Brace for what it is, it's a really good card. I like it.
Yeah.
Then we're also gonna have Fenrir, which we have no. Besides the Soul Charge 3 on Stride, that's all we know it does so far.
Yeah, but it looks really cool at least.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's probably gonna be a decent card. It's probably gonna be like get a crit or something, or like Soul Charge or whatever, something to get a crit, like everything else.
There's also Steam Fighter. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this.
Ningen?
Ulningen. I don't even. Okay, wait. The phonic is Uringen. What? Uring? Fuck it. It's the grade 1. Skill is.
Yeah, Ulnigan.
Whatever. Auto rearguard, only 1 time per turn. Generation break 1. When your opponent's rearguard is put into his or her. I'm sorry. When you send something to your opponent's field into the bottom, you pretty much, if you have a Chronojet Vanguard, you counter charge 1, so you unflip a point of damage. So pretty much it's just like the one promo from the
Better.
The one guy who you Soul Blast every single time you something put in the bottom, but instead it's no Soul Blast, but you need a Chronojet Vanguard for it to work.
I like that, just because you could always search out Chronojet with Butter.
Like I think it's
you go get
decent.
another Chronojet 3 in the new set.
There's a lot of skills that rely on Soul Blasting on their own, like the Eerie, and there's also Soul Blast 2 Draw. And that one grade 1 who Soul Blast let you unflip, that card always got in the way of it, so it became harder to use those skills. Now this new one, it's easier to do, but the only problem is that if you don't ride into Chronojet, it's going to be a big pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So like, I think it's okay. I don't know.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah. We already talked about the new grade 4, right? This is the one I'm thinking of? Yes, we already talked about the new colony grade 4. What else is there? Medium flyer screen's already out. Healing with the hell is this?
The new comic booster that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I love that I love that.
Yeah, the leader versus a
Yeah.
leader. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna feature Link Joker.
From the manga, and then
Yep.
royal support from the manga. So that's
Yeah, from the Shining Swordsman.
yeah.
Yep.
And we're also going to be having a deleter stride, which I wonder what
Yeah.
that's going to do. It's probably gonna be really
I'm
good.
so hyped for that fucking set.
I
like,
have no idea when we're getting it. Let's see. I mean,
it's like a set specifically made for me because Link Joker and Royal Paladin are like my two favorite clans.
let's see.
It's amazing. And I have a deleter deck and I already have whatever Royal Paladins come out in that set, I'm probably gonna love it. Apparently, it's rumored that actually, I don't think it's even rumored that there's going to be Alfred support, and I've been waiting for that shit for so long. Because the X got his bullcrap support. I'm sorry, the End got his bullcrap support, along with the Ace. So Overlord's got their crap. Shadow Paladin, Dark and Phantom Blaster got their crap with the Legend deck. I'm just sitting here waiting for my Blaster crap. And they give me this manga thing, and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I asked for. Now make sure it's good.
Oh, we're also getting Grey One. And that set.
Yeah.
No,
I can't
the
wait.
thing I think is the way Banished Elite's going to be, I really think it's going to be another alternate win type effect.
Maybe. It's kind of weird.
Maybe it's be something like if you have 10 cards in their drop zone bind or something stupid like that.
It's going to be really good. I can tell you that.
Maybe something like stupid like that. That's what I feel.
I just want to make it so that if your opponent can't stride on top of deleted Vanguard, that would make it delete so fair. That makes it so fair.
I guess. I mean, they can always minus themselves just to reride or stride.
And there's also that one card in the manga that pretty much lets you self-stand if you hit their deleted Vanguard or something like that in the manga.
Yeah.
So that might be a thing. I actually would like that because that would make it.
We'll see. I mean, knowing the Royal Paladin support, they're gonna get anti-delete stuff probably.
Oh yeah, probably.
So.
There's also the Heat Elemental Bua.
Is it the two? The grade?
The grade 2,
Yeah,
whose skill is
it's pretty.
retire this unit when the attack hits a Vanguard. You may pay the cost. If you do, search up to one card with Limit Break, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle the deck. Well, actually, I thought it was supposed to be Limit Break or Ultimate Break, but I guess when I'm looking at it here, it says just Limit Break, which is kind of weird.
Where's the? Is it on? Are you on Cardfight Pro right now?
No, I'm on the wiki.
Oh, the wiki.
Yeah, the wiki just says Limit Break, but I thought it was both Limit Break and Ultimate Break. But I don't know.
Here, I'll look. They probably translated it wrong.
Anyway, I think this card's really, really good, especially in Limit Break decks. Actually, especially in I think the deck that this card's actually going to be the best in is going to be Omega Galandios, by far, because every single goddamn grade 3, like almost all of them, if not all of them, all the reverse units and Omega Galandios himself is a Limit Break card. So this card just screams Glendios. For me at least.
Any card.
Oh, yeah, it searches out anything with Limit Break.
Yeah. Well, actually, anything with runs Limit Break in this format, but I'm just saying especially in Glendios, because
I think it's bad, but the problem is generation. Is it a generation break or no?
No, I don't think so.
That's still not bad. I mean, the problem is either choosing between that or Magna Hollow because they're both really good.
I would say run both, just to make it so your opponent has to.
You could.
Everything.
I mean, I don't know, because Colony Maker is just such a good card because you can combo it off with a lot of stuff.
That's
You
true.
don't really need Colony Maker that much. I don't even think Glendios decks even run it anymore.
Some do.
In mine I played just because I find Photon halftime is dead, and then late game when you need those one or two reverses, you can always just Colony Maker, call over the Colony Maker to make a better column, or just Colony Maker into Plasmodium to flip all your damage.
Pretty much, at this point, it's either Photon or Colony Maker for the Glendios decks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Colony Maker at this point. I like this new Cray Elemental. I think he's really good alongside.
I actually think you would just retire. I think that actually might be better than you just take out Magna Hollow and just play 4 of those.
Yeah, but the thing is, Magna Hollow works on the Vanguard, and this guy he has to retire himself to work. So.
Oh, I know. I mean, just play 4.
And with Mana Hall, you can lock yourself on him and then proceed to get your reverses until you're set up for.
I don't know. That's gonna change the way the deck plays, I think, because Glendios is also getting some more support as well, with the grade 1.
Yeah.
And some other stuff, I think. So we'll have to see what they get. I mean, because apparently, they're not letting that deck die because it's the only auto win deck in the game.
There's also going to be a new Witch card for Shadow Paladin, which are the treasured books at, I'm going to hope, Adora or Adra. If you look at the Fanatic, oh my god, I cannot talk today.
That's just pretty much just fragment for witches.
Yeah, pretty much just fragment for witches.
Yeah. It's not bad, especially because they don't have a lot. Again, witches don't have like too many grade 2s they can run. Well, now we still haven't had that promo released to us. The one where it's like on hit, Counterblast 1, top 5. They have to choose a rear guard, top 5 from their deck, replace with a 0, or is this from drops on? Either way, they still haven't released that promo. So if we don't get that card by that time, Adra would be a really good card. And even then, Adra still looks like a good card because there's still, again, there's not that many grade 2s you can actually run besides the 2 mates and pretty much anything else. But they have limited options for that 3rd slot. This gives us a lot more options to what we can do, at least in my opinion. So
there's also Witch of the White Hairs. God damn it. Cardamom. Cardamom. It's actually it's one of those cards when it gets soul blasted, you can just pure call it.
Yeah, it's a witch.
It's just a witch version of it.
It's witch.
It's witch specific.
It's witch chamomile. That's all it is, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, but it's another chamomile. So I thought when Bart said before, if they need more of them and stuff, it'd be really funny. Yeah, there's one of them right there.
So witches can run 3 different cards if you or any no just witches. Witches can run 3 different cards, including that starter. So you can literally call out like an entire field with just 2.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's also the new Forethought Gear Fox, who is pretty much Silent Tom but grade 1.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
6K, right?
What? 6K, yes.
It's not bad, especially where it's like you can't guard 0s. But
yeah, I would run him. He's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's decent, but I feel like there's probably better ones, like that new. Didn't they get new, grade 1 where it's like if your Vanguard's Chrono Jet and a card sent to the bottom, you automatically unflit?
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You could always.
It's only one time per turn, and you need a Chrono Jet Vanguard. Yeah, it's one time per turn.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think
it's not
so.
bad. It's just not as good.
No, I can look at it again and see if it's one time per turn.
That's gonna be a really good 2 of tech because you can always go that in front of Gearwolf and Upheaval Pegasus their board.
Yeah, it can be. It could potentially be a really, really good card.
It's just I think there's still better options.
Yeah, there are. I mean, because the deck is really clunky at points.
Yep.
And I mean, I wish the extra deck was bigger because, like, Ragnarok, I mean, is like the best thing the deck has going for it. And then you have decks like Kagero and Shadow Paladin that are kind of like, oh, my hand is like bigger than my library. And then you have Kagero where it's like, I just return all my perfect cards, you can't do anything.
So, like, there's also this one guy named Holyback Knight, but like, he's a new nectar. His skill is during your turn with your Vanguards and Legion, this unit gets plus 2,000 for each rear guard of the same name as your unit on your Vanguard. So this gets plus 2,000 for each rear guard with the same name as your unit on your Vanguard. So for every single unit so for every single rear guard, it's the same name as your Vanguard. This unit gets plus 2,000 if your Vanguard's a Legion. So this card actually works in the brand new Nectar Revival Legion because it superior calls another copy of the Vanguard from your, like, you get 2 copies of any card, any copy of your Vanguard in your deck put to hand, and then you take one and superior call them. Holyback Knight is decent because it gets plus 2,000 automatically in that turn.
But the problem with him is that he only works during Legion, so you don't have a lot of...
I wouldn't run him, honestly, but...
I think they're better 2s to run in that deck, anyway.
He's a grade 1.
Oh, it's a 1. I don't know, I mean, because you have Sour Slicer, which you read in the back row, that's still really good.
It's pretty much the same thing, but better.
Yeah. I'm just reading off, pretty much. Like, there's also new Mega Colony Critical, who also got the review of the same team as Bartram, and I think we talked about Bartram already, so there's no point in talking about it again. But the Mega Colony's crit, the new one, is Machining Firefly, and his skill is Counterblast 1, with his units placed on the rear guard. If your Vanguard has a machining in its name, you may pay the cost, which is Counterblast 1. If you do, choose one of your another one of your rear guards, stand it, and choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and that unit can't stand during your opponent's next stand phase.
That's still pretty. And it's a machining crit, right?
Yes, it's machining. So
Yeah, that's just what they needed. I mean,
yeah,
now,
it's pretty good because especially with what's his name? Damn it, the crap, the stride that makes so your opponent can't stand their Vanguard.
yeah,
If you have 4 machinings out, he's really good because like, oh, I need to call this crit. It's like, oh, well, thank God this crit is a goddamn skill. Crit skill, counterblast 1. Your rear guard can't stand. Now my stride skill. Now your Vanguard can't stand.
yeah.
It's pretty good. They
What else?
needed it.
What else are we gonna talk about?
There's also
Oh,
a meta game. I wrote down.
so yeah, the last AOG happened. Top 8 was 2-Dimension Police, 2-Dimension Police, 1 Dark Regulars, 1 Aquaforce, 1 Kagero, and I think 2 or 3 Shadows. And
Wait, what's this tournament for?
the last AOG Circuit Series.
Oh, did the lists or shadows were like revealed in that or no?
Yeah, they just put them up on the page like a day or two ago. The list that won, top 2 split. It was between 12. It was 12 crit Shadows played by Namvo. The guy won last year's ARG circuit with Yggdrasil. And he was playing a mixed build with Mordred, Dark Diablo, and Abyss. And then second place was Aquaforce.
And so we were talking about this.
And then what else there? There was D Police. I don't know what build. I'd assume it's the standard Sinbuster, Laurel, you die. And then there was Dark Regulars, which I was surprised to see that. I mean,
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. We talked about how Gills Rice was really, really fucking good.
I guess with the way the deck plays, you just rush, go Guild de Rays, and you're like, oh, I win, pretty much. You use Soul Charge early enough.
Yeah. In France, the Bouchereau Springfest Team League. In France, the top team was Shadow Paladin, Revengers with Mordred as the backup with 1 Dragon Ruler Tech, Maelstrom, straight up Maelstrom, grade 3 lineup, and then Royal Paladin, Sing Saber Wingle, pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. And then that was the first place deck. Hold on. Here's the first place deck was that. Then the second place, I remember you had Shadow Paladin, and it had the second place caught my eye out. Where was it? Where are you? Here it is. Run up team. I remember it caught my eye. It was Aquaforce, Shadow Paladin, and Gold Paladin. No, it wasn't that. It was Gold Paladin was Blue Flames. The Shadow Paladin was actually a Abyss Phantom Blaster Break Ride deck.
No, that's different.
Yeah. And then the Aquaforce was 4 Thavas, 3 Benedict, and 1 Glory Maelstrom.
I still don't like Phantom Blaster Dragon. I was actually testing it, and it's like you can only use
It's so clunky. It really is.
the skill where it's like when you Soul Blast 3 and they can't use grade 1s, that's only once per battle. Like you can only do it one time.
It's such a heavy cost. It really is.
Yeah, for like nothing. You're only getting that draw 2 really. Like, honestly, you're not getting that much. I do like it. I've actually tested it with Dark Goat. If you actually run Dark Goat, it's a lot easier to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not worth it. You're retiring
Sorry.
this. It's not worth it.
And the second runner-up team was Oracle Think Tank, and it was 4 Susano and 2 Amaterasu and 2 Orihime, the Revival Legion for CEO. And then Aquaforce, Maelstrom, grade 3 lineup again. And then 4 Sanctuary Guard, I'm sorry, the third one was Royal Paladin. And it's 4 Sanctuary Guard, 3 Junelite Reverse, and then 1 Alt Mile as the grade 3 lineup. Which is really, really fucking weird.
And then they just had the North American Continental Championships, and the winning team was Shadows, Aquaforce, and Blue Flame, Gold Paladin.
A lot of the decks that top in these teams looked like Shadow Paladin, Aquaforce, and literally almost anything else.
Yep.
I don't know. I really felt Kagero would be good, but I guess people are thinking the way, because with the X, the mirror is just such a pain.
Yeah.
And people didn't want to go through that, because you do have to think like way ahead when you're playing that matchup.
Right.
Yeah,
so it looks like pretty much just a lot of Shadow Paladin and Aquaforce together. some Royal Paladin here and there, and one blue flame I saw in the thing. So France seems, well, most decks that top it right now, I think, are just mostly Aquaforce and Shadow Paladin. I think those are really, really top tier.
And then we got singles coming up in like, what is it, a month now? Something.
Like 2 weeks or something? How was 2 weeks?
Singles in 2 weeks? Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's this week we have the Providence one.
Yeah.
Next week is nothing, and then the week after it's singles.
Oh yeah, and then we have singles. Then I think was it?
For Pokemon.
I think the weekend after singles, they are Nats.
Oh, is it?
I think so. It's yeah.
Oh wow.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yep.
Damn, we're gonna be busy.
Yeah.
The singles,
Nice.
besides shadows, because we all know we're gonna see like a lot of shadows. What do you guys see doing good?
For what?
Singles.
Oh, besides Shadows?
Well, Aquaforce, it definitely has got, it's definitely good. Aquaforce.
Shadows still good. I guarantee you can probably. It's hard to guess because everything is good now.
Yeah, it's really hard to guess. The one thing that is constant is Shadow Paladin. It's most likely going to be in the top 8, probably.
Yeah, but that's not.
I think.
Like, that's just everyone's using Shadows though. It's not like anything new.
And the thing that I hate about that is the mirror isn't really as skill based as it used to be. It's more about, oh, I sack with Diablo, you can't guard. Good game.
Yeah, Diablo is a pain. I honestly, God, expect Royal Paladin to at least be in the top 8 because Royal Paladin representing. But no, because Royal Paladin is one of those clans that top a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised. If it's going to be Sanctuary Guard or not, I actually don't know if it's going to be Sanctuary. I'm going to put money that it's not going to be Sanctuary Guard, only because every single time I see Royal Paladin top and Busher Defense, it is not Sanctuary Guard. Like, well, maybe Sanctuary Guard would be in the top, like, would be like used at least like as a tech or used like as not the main Vanguard, but like Sanctuary Guard's almost never used as the in.
Because they did an ARG event in California, like not a circuit series, but an ARG event at one of their stores, and the deck that won was Thingsaver MLB, and then second place was Cat Butler Risers.
That's really cool. I like that. Thingsaver, Sanctuary Guard, I like that a lot. The only problem is making the room for the Blaster Blades is kind of weird.
Yeah,
and then,
you have so many other twos you need to play.
Yeah, and if you don't ride into Sanctuary Guard, you're striding. Like, you have a lot less to stride, like, options. Yeah. Like, it's like, who in their right mind would stride in Sanctuary Guard when you're, like, if you're not on having a Sanctuary Guard Vanguard?
Yeah.
So, that's my only problem with it. Like, it's good, it's just, like, there's going to be times where it's going to bite you in the butt.
Plus, Thingsaver, the deck is just stupid consistent.
Yeah. Let's see. There's also, we were going to talk about, the new sets coming out in English.
Set.
Green Triangle and Token Rambo, or
Well, yeah, the stuff that's coming out. So actually, Token Rambo isn't even out in Japan yet. I think.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it just came out like soon.
Yeah,
Like
just
2 days ago.
it just came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like under a week ago. Are we getting Bermudas before single regionals?
I don't know. I'll check. When's regionals?
No, we're not going to.
Like,
Yeah, it's August 8th. It's August 28th is when Academy of Divas will be released.
okay, perfect, because that deck in Best of One is just, I tested it, it is ridiculous. Shadows have such a hard matchup with it because they can stay locked for a turn, go into their Legion in stride, and then just double, like, get their triple piece off. The deck is just so ridiculous.
Token Rambo will be on October 30th, and Token Rambo will be released in Japan on July 17th, which I think we already passed. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it is out. Okay. And then September 26th is when Japan's Vanguard and Deleter Comet Booster, Comet Booster, 1 comes out. And I don't know what they're going to do in English. If they don't come out with...
It's gonna eventually, I think. I mean, probably...
It has to, or else I'm going to cry, probably.
It'll probably come out, like, maybe, like, November, maybe, like, at the latest.
Yeah, I was probably thinking something like that.
Like, early next year.
Yeah.
And then what else we're getting? We're getting Set 4 in mid-October, I want to say.
I don't think they made... Oh, they did. October 2nd is when it's
it's
released in
long,
English.
really. I mean...
No, but
I really think Gear Chronicles is gonna get something really OP.
What, with the new next stage?
Besides that, they'll probably get something else that's really good because they just need something. I mean,
Mm-hmm. So far the Gear Chronicles that they revealed so far is like okay, but yeah, I think they're gonna need something
the
too.
deck's. I mean, it's good, but it's subpar just because. I mean,
Yeah.
Fate Rider and Glimmer Breath made the deck way better than it was, but they just need maybe like a better first turn stride.
Yeah.
And just the fact that your extract's limited to 8, I think if they made it like 10, it'd be a bit better.
I don't know. See, I think making it 8 was a pretty decent move because, like, not only are we really supposed to run 4 cards, max, but
Yeah.
because I think I like what they did was because it made us so we're limited to 8, so we have to think. We have to we can't just be like, oh, I have 10, so like automatically I'm going to just stride for days. It's like, oh no, it's 8 and you gotta live with it. As soon as 8's up, it's it. I think I like that.
I think eventually they'll probably increase the size of the extract like Yu-Gi-Oh did.
They might later on. I don't know. Maybe if they put more mechanics in that involve maybe like it. God forbid, knock on wood, if they involve a fucking grade 5 somehow. I don't know how they're gonna do it. If
You know
they
what I'm
did it.
kind of excited for? I'm really hyped up for that miracle card that they showed in the anime. I'm really curious.
Oh yeah, I'm really curious what that's gonna be. What the hell is that? Is
We'll
that next
see.
stage or?
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the anime. All right, so
Good idea.
hype for this week's episode. Oh no, not this week. It was last week's. This week's gonna be filler, and we all hate filler. The
What is this
oh
week's?
my God, I was so hyped for it.
I love filler. What are you talking about? My favorite type of
Filler.
it's my
But,
favorite.
Oh, it's not it.
I forget what to say now. But like Kanzaki, he's just like a boss. He's like, oh, you
Yep.
pretty
Plays.
much played all 3 of them. It's like, wow, you all suck. Come back here if you want to get good.
That's right. I remember now. This week's episode is gonna be Jamie's gonna come back in it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Jamie
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
I forgot.
kid.
We're getting an Aquaforce extra booster.
That's right. I'm so
Yeah,
hyped.
that's right. We're getting Aquaforce Extra Booster. We're gonna get a Grand Blue Trial deck, and we're going to get Grand Blue and a Pale Blue Trial deck, right? Because the new
I am
characters.
really excited for Grand Blue because Bushiroad hates Grand Blue.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really nice change of pace of not, ignoring. I'm sorry, ignoring one of their most hyped clans, Kagero, for a good year.
I really think like them not giving Kagero support for like 5 months, it's gonna be okay because as soon as people are like, oh, Kagero doesn't get anything, they're gonna. I mean, because the stuff they got in GBO 3, isn't bad. I mean, Mustafa's a really good card, and the support stuff for Blade Master is really good. Like, was it Heroic Saga and then the Grade 2 where they
Yeah.
do cards? I mean, for what it is, it's really good for like budget deck.
Yeah, and crap, now I lost my train of thought. Shit.
The anime, we were talking about the anime.
Yeah, we were talking about the anime, right? So the kid's gonna be in the episode too. So we're gonna, I don't know, maybe what do you think is gonna happen in that?
I don't know. We're gonna see like half a fight. It's like, oh, skip to grade 3.
God,
straight.
I hate that so
double
much when they do that.
grade.
That's so annoying when they do that.
Well, that's what it is now. I mean, I don't know. Have we had a full game? Like
I think like one,
one
maybe.
or two?
Yeah.
I think no, we do. No. Even the first episode, I think they skipped like a.
Oh yeah, they totally skipped the first fucking episode.
Okay, yeah. So I don't even think we had. I'm trying to think. No, have we? No,
I
don't
think
think
Jamie
we-
versus
oh,
Chronicle was
We'll get into this one, which kind of sucks. I think like eventually, I mean, with the sale for the Legend deck, Bushiroad's probably gonna make a few more of them. I can definitely see. I mean, for the fact is that this card is overpowered for what it is. Counterblast 1, 10k and a crit, just because you don't even have to sack 3. Just up Counterblast 1, 10k and a crit.
I didn't even know that until like you did it against me. I was like, oh well.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't actually like think to read it.
Wait, what?
Reading is your enemy.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I died. This card's really OP.
What, it gets a 10k and the crit no matter what, either way,
I
or...
know how to
Off the
stack
top,
3.
yep.
Stack 3 is only to make it so they retire 2 and have to PG, and they can't PG.
Yeah, so, I mean, for what it is, the card is, like, overpowered. I think the next Legend deck they're probably going to come out with, it's probably either going to be... Well, I mean, RP got support, so, I mean, I'd assume it's probably going to be, like, maybe one of the other characters, maybe, like, Dimension Police.
Well, that'd be kind of interesting.
I mean,
No! No!
because everyone's saying the thing that makes sense if Bushido wants to make money, it would be a Kagero Legend deck. And it really makes sense. I want it! I want my...
No! You're not getting support for a goddamn year, and that's gonna happen.
6 months! And watch, when they get support, they're gonna get something way busted. Because look at Kagero. It was like tier 2, and then they get like 2 cards.
If
Oh, no.
Bushido cops out like that, I swear to God.
I mean,
you're gonna get like super hype support, and the card's gonna be garbage.
I mean, look at Mustafa. That's like a $2 card, and for what the card is, I mean, like they got like jank support that set, but for what the support is, like Mustafa is such a good card. It's so underrated.
I swear to God, I'm gonna say it right now. I swear to God, if Kagero gets any support of any kind in the next like 6 months,
They're gonna get
God,
like a busted promo card. Watch. They're gonna
if
get.
it happens, I'm going to eat fire.
No,
I'm going to
what they're gonna
swallow
I
fire.
really think because Kyra doesn't have it yet. They're gonna get like not a Diablo clone, but they're gonna get something where something happens and it has guard manipulation because like every.
I will like light a match and put it in my mouth. I will do that. I'm serious. I'm like not fucking around. That is stupid.
Kagura, I mean, the fact is, everyone was really pissed about the ace. For what it is, it's a decent card. I mean,
Not that great.
no, it's fucking good, dude. I think it's pretty good.
I mean, everyone was expecting like, oh, like it stands, it gets 5, it gets a crit, it keeps triple drive. It's better. I mean, for what it is, like the only reason the X isn't like, I mean, the X is topping like everything in Japan. The only reason it isn't doing as good is because they still have 2 Calamity Tower, and that card really changed how the deck is played.
Yeah, that's true.
Because having 4 or at least more than 2, you open it more and it's like, oh, I Calamity. I don't have to arbitrarily guard just so I can Legion. And the way the Japanese players play is they're like, oh, everyone's playing the Unflipper PGs because why not? Because they're good. And the fact is, I think like, and also, oh yeah, and also Laurel sit over there, so they don't have any. They have like, besides Dodex, they have nothing to worry about. Where's our Laurel hit boost road? I want that.
We do need that shit. Well, actually, we don't even need it. I would like it though. Everyone would like it.
That card is so good. Heavy dude with Simbuster on that, it's like, okay, it hits like a game, essentially.
It's like one of the things I say all the time. Dimensional Police can't talk about justice as long as Laurel is a thing. There's no justice.
I think Laurel at 2 would be fair.
I think that'd be fair.
But at 4, it's too consistent, because you'll just be like, I draw it, I got game.
Yeah.
You can even use it at grade 2 or 1.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
But I mean, for what it was, they didn't predict that the card would be used like when you like have like a base like 40,000 power boosted Vanguard.
Yeah, they didn't look at
It was back in the day, step 4, like 25k Vanguard, like with an effect. It's like, oh my god, I'm hitting over 20k.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Alfred,
that's like huge.
Alfred's the best card. So when you Soul Saver and have like 2 columns over 20k, you're like, got game.
I remember when it was like the only way you could possibly have gotten 40k was if you Ganslotted and then like, you had a Ganslot and it activated effect like a billion times and then get double trigger. I remember that where it was like impossible. Now it's like if you don't get 40,000, you're pretty much really scrubby.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the meta. If you don't have guard manipulation, restanding, or what else? Or
super powered up Rose for no reason.
Guard manipulation, crit gaining, and restanding, which like, besides Kagura, like nothing else has gotten a restanding effect besides.
Well, Nova Goblins, like all Nova Goblins, like every single Nova Goblin deck now automatically can have self stand.
I mean, a good self stand besides Vic Plasma.
Just fucking Vic Plasma.
That's about it.
Yeah,
what else?
Like,
We got
there's ironically enough though.
This awful card.
But ironically enough, I think there's more self-standers in Nova Grappler than I think there is in Kagura. I'm almost positive.
It is
Probably right.
all good.
Probably just
OG Restander, Mr. Invincible.
Yeah. Well, if you count Beast Deity, Assure Kaiser, Wow,
Invincible. What else?
the Stride,
already. Well, there's Meteor. I guess there's Meteor Kaiser. We can count that. I guess it's fine.
Cat Butler.
Cat
Sure. Okay.
Everyone's favorite terrible Terrible card.
Um,
What else is there? There's what else? Pale Moon doesn't have Restander. Grand Blue doesn't have Restander.
Oh yeah. Mega Colony doesn't have a restander.
I mean, just because it conflicts with the way the decks are played. I can see Pale Moon getting one. Like, you ride something from the soul, maybe? Like, I could see them getting, like, a stride. Like, it's a hefty cost you'll get, but then choose, like, a Pale Moon from your soul, discard, like, 2 or 3, and then ride it from the soul.
I think a really cool card for Pale Moon would be a standing grade 3, only because it'd make the Ava so much better. The thing is,
Well, that'd be too broken. It'd be like Infinite Hell, like ×2.
wait, is Ava? Can you even use Ava more than once?
The break ride?
Yeah, the turn you break card, can you activate?
If the Pale Moon has self standard and you break right on top of Ava, would you be able to use Ava's skill twice?
I'll have to look, 1 sec.
Probably. I don't remember.
Most break cards don't have that.
Yeah, most break cards don't have the.
Once per turn clause.
Yeah.
You're
So
welcome.
1000, that'd be awesome. That'd be kind of cool to see. If they can get that, they probably won't because that'd be kind of busted. But
I'll have to look, I mean, because the thing, like, when people, like, find out good combos with old cards, like, they go from being, like, $4 to, like, 15, 20 bucks.
yeah,
I had like 15.
Here, let's pop Ava. Let's see if it's once per turn. Choose 2 your opponent. Choose 2 your opponent. When this unit attacks. So,
Right.
Okay,
the
so
card
it
you
doesn't
broke
give
road,
crap.
so the card you broke road onto, so
yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't give a crap. Okay.
no. Yeah.
Okay,
So, I don't
so
know.
that'd be broke.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because people are saying, oh, Silverthorn's going to get support. I mean, they're going to get support, like, here and there. But I think they're going to definitely get a new archetype or something. Or not a new archetype, because nothing is archetype.
Yeah, usually most things in the new like generation stuff, so like there was no real archetype support. Like besides like very few, very very few.
That's like Extreme Battlers. I can't think of, like, anything.
Yeah, it
Like
was
Dual Knight and Machining, they're getting support, kinda.
if I had to guess what the new like Pale Moon support would be based around, it'd probably be based around Superior Calling from the Soul and then going back to Soul. Like it normally is, but like without having to hit, like say
It'd probably be like getting multiple attacks off the
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
right, but like I guarantee the GB1 booster, whatever, it'd be Crown Blast 1 when boosting Superior Calling, like any grade 2 or any card from your Soul, trying to and a turn will go back in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, you probably something like that.
And the Grand Blue deck I'm excited for, just because the fact is you don't need to spend money on Gustians, because it was like $60 for a playset of those.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice to hear about. The thing is, you can always
Yeah,
run
like-
printed walls.
Ah!
you can always, it's just kind of
The
lame.
thing is, most likely they're going to get an Ultimate PG. Like there's no much
Yeah.
that.
And the thing I noticed is the unflipped PGs aren't, like, the most they'll be is like $6.
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
They're not-
Actually, I think no, the Gear Chronicle one's like 15, 20.
That's about it. I mean, like, even Karma Collector, I saw those, they dropped. They're like $7, $8 now.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I'm surprised because I thought those would, like, keep up with the other things, but the older PGs are normally worth more.
Yeah. Well, no, the older PGs are technically kind of better. Like, only because you can PG that rear guard, so there's a better Dimensional Police matchup than X matchup.
Yeah,
But the Unflip is just kind of awesome.
needed in certain decks.
Yeah. Especially in, like,
It's just the one matchup where you play where it screws you over. You're like, oh, I don't want this card. But, yeah, what was I going to talk about?
well, yeah, what else is there?
I don't know.
Let's see. The anime, Bermuda Triangle, Token Rambo, ARG, Metagame Friends. We were talking about that. Q&A. Let's see. English sets, cards and stuff. We really talked about pretty much mostly everything.
Okay, let's, I'm trying to think what else we can talk about. Alright, so, if we all could not play our main clans, alright, here's the thing. If you could not play a clan, and the clans you can't play are Golds, Shadows, oh no, Golds, sorry, screw Golds, you can play Golds. If you could not play the 3 main clans, Kagero, Shadows, or Royals, what would you play?
Link Joker. That was easy.
Maybe
That was easy.
Aquaforce?
I'd probably play Narukami, because
Well, I was trying to think
it's
of
like the exact same thing.
That was a very easy question to answer.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. Narukami, I forgot about that. That's another deck that's gonna be decent. I mean, there's so many variations of like everything in the meta. Like you look at
I
Royal
like
Paladin,
Narukami.
and there's like 10 different variations of Royal Paladins you play, all based on your re lineup.
Yep. It's really crazy.
I mean, I think the only thing that's like out of like the top decks, the only thing that has like a guaranteed like 3 lineup is Kagero, and that's about it. I think
Yeah.
if it's a cross.
And even then, a lot of people, or not a lot, some people like don't even run that. They just run Blade Master or something like that. So they'll even then,
Yeah,
they don't let some people.
I've seen a build where it plays one tech Blade Master, which isn't bad.
Not bad. It's just,
Except when you ride it, you're like, oh, I hate this card. But aside from that, I mean, it's not bad.
every
I mean,
options.
it could be better. But,
Yeah.
I think what else?
That's the only thing I hate about. Literally, that's the only. No, that's not. I don't hate it, but it's a little annoying that you pretty much anything can be good though. Like
I mean, it's really good now that the
Like-
meta is so different. I mean, it's not because everyone's expecting with the Legend deck, Shadows are gonna be the best deck in the format. They are really good, but the thing that's sad is the deck has no good matchups.
it's just 50-50 all the time.
And the problem with the deck, the way it has so many bad matchups. It loses to Rush. It loses to extensive field control. It
Yes.
loses to locking. Oh yeah, Messiahs. We've heard about those. Messiahs are gonna be really. I think the deck's really good.
I think Messiah's gonna be pretty good. I like
It
them.
just there's so many different builds of it. What else is there? It loses to Deck Out, which happens a few times. It loses to the Mirror. What else it loses? It loses to a lot of things, which is surprising because the deck is such a late game deck now.
Yeah.
There was something else I want to talk about. Oh yeah, one of my friends was telling me, he's like, I want to start playing Vanguard. What's a good thing to pick up? And I told him, do you have $30 on you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, pick up this. The best thing you can get.
That's the great thing about the Legend deck. Like you can pretty much just buy the Legend deck and it's tournament ready.
There was a tournament in Japan. The guy bought 2 Legend decks, and he ended up winning like at least I think it was like a 50-60 person tournament in Japan.
Yeah.
Which is 2
Awesome.
Legend decks, a Blizza, and like something else for the extra deck, and that's it. Which is like crazy.
Yep. Really
I mean,
nice.
all because of this awful card. I don't know, and the rest of the support. Just because the fact is, it's really OP. And
Yep.
then, I don't know what else. I mean, the thing is, the game's gotten a bit cheaper now, but I mean, the thing is, like you notice with like the newer sets, like as soon as the hype dies down, you have like 5-6 cards in the set that keep their value, and then everything else plummets.
hmm
I mean, because what Fan Blaster's like $40. Same with Amnesty, I think. Like
$40.
under $40 now. Which I mean, they were like, I feel sorry for the people who bought the Amnesties for like 65, 70 on release. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I mean, I'm trying to think. I think the money cards in the set are Orgeyser, the Generation Rares,
hmm
and the SPPGs, which I really want, but I don't want to drop like $200 on PG. They're shiny though, so if they ever have Kagero SPPGs, I'll buy those.
They're so shiny though. I like
The
SPPGs.
Karmas, oh, I want them. The problem is, like, especially with Shadows, they're gonna come out with a better PG, and you're like, I don't know.
They're only like 40 a piece, but it's like that's it's.
That's still 40 apiece.
Yeah, well, I'm not. They might have gone down, but when I saw them, they were still 40.
Yeah, they're still around 35, 40. I doubt they're gonna drop
Yeah.
less than 30 because they're SP, and they're shiny.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think what else there is. Crap, there was some other stuff I want to talk about. Wait, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, but we were doing a bunch of testing, and me and Anthony were playing the mirror, and the mirror is so terrible.
Yeah, it's
You don't
pretty
want
bad.
to play it. And there are games where I was thinking it was both of us where we forgot to play down one extra card, and you're like, we're both like, oh no, do I have one?
Yeah, you have to like if say you like no like regards your hand too. It's like oh now I had to put down my trigger and then like a total dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many games where it's like I have to boost Maka with this crit trigger, and I don't want to.
Really stupid.
Just so you have to. I mean, and then what else there is? What else? Oh yeah. So based on a few other things I saw from Bushiroad, um, I think it was in Singapore or the Philippines. It was one of their team regionals, and the most played deck was Aquaforce, and Shadows was like third or fourth, surprisingly.
What was second?
I think it was Royals and or Kagero.
Yeah, that's not. I'm not surprised about that.
I mean, I don't know. Just the fact is, like, if you don't have the Abyss stuff now, it's. I mean, they're dropping a little bit. I saw one guy selling 2 sets of them for 110 today.
It's not bad. Wait,
No.
for two for the pair. Okay.
Yeah, 2 pairs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wasn't bad. I mean, the problem is like people are like, oh, I don't want to spend the money on it,
Yeah.
and it's still like impossible to find SP Mordreds. I tried to find 2 more just to get my playset, and I'm like, do it. And like one of the guys who had 5 of them, he sold 2 of them. I messaged him the next day. I'm like, do you have any left? He's like, no, I have no more left.
Wow.
That is like one of the hardest SPs to find. I'm like, no, I want more of them. I checked like eBay sold out. There was one that I was bidding on. The bid went up to $55.
Wow.
You cannot find them anywhere. And then what else? There's so many SPs I want that I cannot find. I cannot find burnouts. Those are like impossible to find SP unless you're willing to drop like $45 a pop on them. That's one of the really nice. Eddie, what other SPs would you want
SPs?
to use?
Wow, that's a good question. SPs. Saint Below Dragon. There you go.
Oh yeah. I forgot about my extra deck. No, I need SP roof flares. No. Those are
Oh,
expensive.
oh my god, it's just
You always know you're gonna want to play set. You're like, oh no, I have to get 2 more. No.
I just need to get one more just for when the dam comes out. just one. Maybe it's only like 60-ish. Wait, right? Something like that.
That's not bad still. And then
Or
you have
80.
to.
60 or 80. I don't remember, something like that.
I don't know. And then what do I have to get? For Kagero, I need like. I don't know. I got everything cheap. And now the SPs. I'm still surprised how Kagero is still like a $300 deck for like lowest rarity, which I'm still surprised about.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Shadows dropped. I mean, besides the Abyss cards, the deck's like you buy the Legend deck, you buy like PGs, you get your Abyss stuff, and you're good.
Yeah, you don't even have to care. And the only like other card you can run is Clarence Sword, which is only like $7.
But Clarence Sword.
Clarence, yeah, Clarence Sword Dragon's like 7.
You can play them for 5. I mean, the card's good. I tried this the regular Clarence Sword Diablo,
Yeah.
and it's good. But you deck out so quickly, and there are so many games where I'm like, yeah, or guys that are drawing 2 critical triggers, and you just sit there and cry.
Yeah. My only problem with it is that it's pretty much just gold paladins with Diablo Shroud. That's pretty much all it is.
And more hand advantage. That's about it.
That's it. It's like I'd rather just play gold paladins. Where it's like
Yeah.
it's
Oh
like,
yeah, and that's another thing. Gungrad or whatever the new you went up in price. It's like almost $10 now.
who?
The Stride on Stride Grade 3.
Oh, Garnger, whatever.
Yeah, he went up in price. I saw. He's like $10 now.
Oh wow.
But oh yeah, I was gonna talk about formats. So, I think eventually Bushiroad, because in Asia, extreme format is huge over there.
Mhm.
I know we don't want to play that. That is not fun.
No, it's lame.
Because when you're playing anything that can play Diablo, actually, what else? Is there anything busted? What's that? I gotta check. Okay, never mind. Anything can play Maka.
Yeah.
It's not Shadow Paladin specific.
Could you Twin Sword too? Can you get Twin Sword to get Maka and then just combo to get another grade 1?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god, that sounds stupid.
Let me check. I have Twin Sword somewhere. 1 second.
That'd be stupid.
Twin Sword, when you can search for your deck at the grade 2.
Yep.
Yeah, any grade 2. It does not give a
No.
damn.
Let's see. Again, because in Japan and in Asia, and like mostly Singapore and like Philippines and Malaysia, normally the deck that wins for Extreme is Aquaforce, because there was a build that played Starlight Violinist. You go into that, and your 2 lineup is Starlight Violinist, Chatra, and Tidal Assault.
Wow.
And 2 Magnum Assault, I think. And the deck, you're like, oh, Violinist into Chatra, and they're like, oh, I have to guard now. And the deck was, and then it played, for its 3s, you play 4 Susanoo.
Yep.
And you play 4 Thavas, and you just get hand advantage, and it's really, really good.
Not surprised.
And that what was it? I think that won regionals earlier this year, and it ended. Oh no, sorry, it didn't win. It lost to Seekers. It was a Seeker deck playing 4 grade 3s.
Yep.
And the guy ended up winning. He never ended up riding grade 3. He ended up damage checking one of his Thing Savers, and he ended up doing 4 damage during his first turn. He had a full board turn 1.
That's crazy.
And it was really hilarious. But his tech was 2 10k vanillas. He ended up riding that, and like that really helped him.
I imagine. It's
The one lineup for the deck though was hilarious. 4 PG, 4 for 1s, 4 Seeker 10k attackers, 4 Seeker 9k attackers, and then 2 Shield Bash. So every single one of his grade 1s hits for at least 9k.
wow.
And yeah, and it was just ridiculous. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, we have Extreme format. I don't know. Would you guys want to play that? Maybe?
No,
Probably not.
Not
no,
really.
fuck that.
Because everything's OP.
Once we get Diablo.
I don't know. I think none of the other formats they have is G format might be interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Just
I think I mean, even now, I mean, there's just so many decks you can play. I mean, of course, Shadows would be popular. I'm trying to think what else would be good. Of course, Gear Chronicle. What else would be good? G. Maybe Neo Nectars because they rush. Altamile, that's another good deck. Yeah, I don't know. I think G format would be a really fun format to play. Just because the fact is, Bushiroad, I think in the next year or 2, Bushiroad will definitely have best 2 out of 3 events and more prize support. But we will see. Okay, I think it's probably time to wrap it up.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, sub. I'm going to be leaving Dualblade1234, their channel down in the description, so sub.
subscribe to them. Because they're awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, look for us this weekend. We'll probably be at, we will be at Providence for the ARG Circuit Series. And yeah, so rate, comment, sub. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.